Yes.
Okay, I will call to order this PVUS meeting for September 8th. In honor of the Lillooet tool, we'd like to recognize that we are collectively on the unceded territory of the Lillooet Nation. And any amendments to the agenda? Seeing none, a motion to approve. Director Zan, second by Director Mack. Any opposed? Motion carries. And closed meeting. Motion to go in closed. Do we have a closed?
No.
We don't have a closed portion. Rise of the report from closed. We have none. We have a delegation who is already anxious and waiting. So, Lois, I will turn it over to you. Thank you for joining us.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm very pleased to actually be here and to express our gratitude for the PVUS grant that our club received for last season. And just to let you know, because probably quite a few people don't know anything about our club, I just wanted to give you a little bit of a history of our club. Our Spud Valley Nordic Association, our Spud Valley Nordic Club, started 35 years ago. And it's a program for kids from 5 years old to 18 to introduce them to cross-country skiing and teach them, give them instructions and experiences that will make them lifelong skiers, hopefully. When we started the program, we had 12 children and 1 coach. Last year, our last season, we had 62 children and 8 coaches. And we can only have the number of a certain number of children depending on the number of certified coaches. All our coaches have to be certified. All the coaches are volunteer. And so we control the number of children by the number of coaches we have. The program started up in the Upper Meadows, and we started by using skiing on all sorts of private properties, people's properties who would allow us to use their property. And 20 years ago, we made an arrangement with Narren Falls, with BC Parks, to use Narren Falls. And it's fantastic because it's so close to the school that the after-school program is just perfect for the kids. And we have an agreement with them that we groom and maintain all the roads in the park for cross-country skiing, for both classic and skate skiing, and our club grooms and maintains those. Yeah, and we try to, as I said, we do programs that encourage kids to stay in the program and continue skiing. And one of the ways we do that is by having a very low registration fee. The registration fee pays for whatever we need for the grooming supplies, and it used to pay for the parking, for clearing the parking lot. The last couple of years, we had Pemberton Tourism has wanted the park open all the time in the winter, so they have been doing the grooming. So I'm not sure what's happening this year with that. Anyway, we also, all the people who work in the program are volunteers, the groomers and all the coaches and anybody who works in the program. So that keeps the cost down and allows anybody to be a part of it, any child to be a part of the program. I was going to say that we've always tried to encourage children not just to come to the after school session, but to get involved in as many events as possible. And so our club pays for all the entrance fees to any event, any race fees that they go into. And we can do that using the membership fees and grants that we applied for. And the PVUS grant did that last year. We used the grant to pay for kids involved in 10 different race days over the season, 10 race days. And they raced in a total of 25 different children did races, and they raced all over the province from Whistler Olympic Park to Kelowna, Prince George, Mount Washington on Vancouver Island. And the PVUS paid for the race fees, and also in addition to that, they also paid for in this case for the fair. It paid for the ferry to go across for 3 families to take their kids across to Vancouver Island. So we try not to discourage anybody because of the cost, and the grants help us to do that. Also, of course, it paid for any children to take part in the Spud Valley Loppet. That has been going on for years and years and years. And we put on other events as well. So the Spud Valley Loppet every year that there is snow. The Lumpies Run, that's a fundraiser for us, and it happens in October. And then we also do races at Whistler Olympic Park. We put on races for the Sea to Sky area, and we make some money off of that. So that's basically the club, what the club is all about. And as I said, we're very grateful for any money that we get from the grants. And the grant money, that the $2,000 we got from PVUS last year was very much appreciated by all the kids that were, and the parents who were able to take their kids to all those events. And they brought back quite a few medals as well. Now, what our experience has been over the years, and I've been involved in it for 35 years, might be a little bit too long, but I'm still here. Anyway, the experience that we have with our club, the history has shown that if children get involved in racing, which takes them to different locations in the province and meeting different children from different clubs, their same age, they stay in the sport much longer. And we have children who have raced, who have been on the BC ski team. They have raced provincially, nationally, and internationally.
Wow.
And it comes from starting when they're young, not pushing them. They should be doing all kinds of sports, but if they're cross-country skiing and if they go to different places, that keeps them going. So that's why we like to have the grants that allow that to happen. that's basically it, but I also, so I'm really grateful to PVUS for that grant, but also I want to point out that we're so grateful to the community as a whole, because everybody probably knows here that our club trailer was stolen, full of equipment was stolen last year. Incredible how generous the community was to provide us with so much funding to replace so much of our equipment and the trailer. So that really showed incredible community support, which we're really grateful for. That was terrific. Any questions?
Any questions?
Comment. Just thank you for all the hard work you've done over the years for the community and keeping this rolling. And there's a lot of people in the community that love your club and just so much appreciate what you do for the kids around here. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You know what? You gain so much from it. That they don't really, the appreciation from the kids and the excitement from seeing the kids enjoying what they're doing is worth every bit of it. Every bit of effort you put into it. Yeah, it's great. So thank you. Any other comments?
No, I was just going to say you need to be very proud of your organization and what you've done, because putting 35 years into something is amazing. So
And you're not.
Good on you for that.
I know, I started when I was about 5.
It's not too long. It's not too, it's never too long for something like that.
No.
Right on. That's good.
I do have to tell you that my daughter, who's 35 now, she started when she was about 5. And our son was in the program too, of course. Anyway, she has done in cross-country skiing is amazing. Plus other people from Pemberton her age. I mean, she has skied in Norway. She's been with the BC team skiing in Norway. She has received it. This is what can happen. A scholarship to go to university in Carleton. She got a skiing scholarship. She has taught skiing for so many years, and she still skis. I mean, she skis and teaches skiing. Yeah. So you can see when you see that. And there's a number of different people, quite a few kids in Pemberton that have done that, have gone on, brought home gold medals from the BC Games. You see that it's worth it, right? It tells you it should be happening. You want to make sure it's happening.
That's wonderful. I noticed the picture that you had a lot of adults. There was a great picture on the agenda, and it was just so beautiful to see all the adults lined up there ready to go, and as well as what you've done for the youth in this community. It's amazing.
It's absolutely incredible when you have, you're still volunteer, because there's not many clubs that are, we're surrounded, Worcester's next door, by clubs where the coaches get paid. And our club, everything that we do, everything is volunteer. And the parents, there's so many parents that help. To be a coach, you have to be certified and you have to take the training, and we pay for the training. For our club, the fees will pay for the training. But we need other parents to assist with the coaches. And there's so many parents that volunteer. They're just right out there, and they're very happy to do it, which is fantastic. Yeah, so it's really, and I just have to tell you that I am in the process of applying for another PVUS grant. And we're going to use it for fees as well. But this year the Sea to Sky, well, I guess it's Worcester and Pemberton together are hiring a part-time coach to coach the racers we don't have anybody who has the skill to coach a certain level of racer.
Right.
And so they're hiring a part-time coach, and Worcester we are contributing so much depending on the number of children that are going to be involved. We think that we'll have probably 8 children from our group that will go on to do that. So I'm going to
Higher level.
That's a little higher level.
Yeah.
And we were lucky. In the past, before the Olympics, it was incredible, because cross-country BC I guess everybody was trying to help everybody get involved in Olympics. So they provided a free coach for the Sea to Sky area. He was from Finland. He was absolutely incredible. And guess what? There were no other ski clubs except for Spud Valley. Hollyburn didn't have a ski club. Sea to Sky, Squamish didn't, and neither did Whistler. He coached our kids, and that's what sent, my daughter and all those kids her age and a little bit younger, on and on. So to have somebody who's really skilled really helps when they reach a certain age. So we were very lucky with that. And now there's all these other clubs, so we have to share with them. So anyway, I won't take any more of your time.
We'll look forward to seeing that application, Loris, and just so what everybody else said, Nordic, that club doesn't exist without you, certainly not in the form it is today, so you should be very proud and we're very thankful, so.
Thank you very
And
much.
I agree the response last year when the trailer was stolen, not surprisingly, the way the community stepped up, but it was pretty awesome to watch how they turned that.
It was incredible. I have to tell you too, and BC Parks noticed it too. And so they made a big contribution at the end as well.
Nice, I didn't know that.
Yeah, which was really nice.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for being here, appreciate it.
okay, thank you. Oh. Nice.
Yeah, have a great day.
Thank you very much.
See you in the winter.
See, yeah, so, you can come to the program Mondays, 4 o'clock. See you there.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, anybody want to pull anything on the consent agenda? Seeing none, motion to approve the consent agenda. Director Zan, second by Director Mack. Any opposed? Motion carries. Staff reports and other business. Oh no, that's in the consent agenda. 7, any business arising from the minutes? Seeing none, staff reports, SLRD CA overall report. Mr. Dalton.
Nothing to add at this time, Chair.
Sir. Village Pemberton CEO verbal update. Ms. Tracy.
Hi, yeah. So one of the reasons we don't have a report from Recreation today is that Christine Burns is away on holiday. I'm joined today by Jeff Milliken, who is acting manager of Recreation in Christine's absence. But I just wanted to share a few things that we have going on that I think would be good news. Obviously, you've all seen that the basketball court is coming along, which is very exciting. It actually is safe for play at this point, but if you have any specific questions, I can have Jeff jump in to speak to that after I'm finished. We also have soccer up and running, so both soccer fields over at Dendrick Park are booked for the month of September, which I think is good news as well. And then the fall recreation schedule has been launched and extended hours at the community center.
Thank you. Any questions? Sure. Motion to receive, seconded by Director Mack. Before I call the question, just quickly, and I don't know, Jeff, if it's fair to ask you these questions, or we should just wait for Christine. I'm just wondering how we made out with the budget on the basketball court and making sure that we're still good to go next year with the outdoor surface to go on. Yeah, the outdoor surface.
So without Christine around, I don't want to speak too much on the budget. I think that we're well within what we've budgeted for. And the biggest part of the update is that we have put down a deposit for the sports court surfacing for installation next year. So right now we just have that temporary surface, temporary lines, and we anticipate the installation in the next season when they're able to put it into their schedule.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, well, if there's no other questions or discussion, go ahead.
Just a comment at the Pemberton Lions Club meeting last night, which I'm a director there. The basketball court came up and everybody's really excited that it's finally coming. And there is $10,000 that we need to send to the village. We're just trying to figure out what department and who the money goes to. I said, I imagine it's the village of Pemberton and whatever, but there might be a different accounting or whatever. And the Lions really brought up this point, and I said, well, I will bring it home again, that they would love it if they could have it called the Pemberton Lions Club Court or the Pemberton Lions Basketball Court, Pemberton and District Lions Club Court, and a little sign up there, because you know, it may not seem in the whole scope of the budget, but 10 grand is a huge amount for our little club to raise and donate to this. And we'd really like to have, I guess, of the last 60 years of service to this community, have the honor of having it named that. And I said that I would ask the powers that be if that could be possible. I feel our club has contributed to a lot of individual folks and community service in the last 60 years. So it would be such an honor.
Awesome. So first of all, with regards to the funds, Ms. Tracy, we could follow up on that and with the.
I can follow up on that and thank you.
And in terms of the acknowledgement, I definitely think there should be acknowledgement to the Lions on the basketball court. Not just for all the reasons you say, but also I think it's important for you guys to show what you do, to keep your membership going over the time, to show the value of the club, to you know what I mean? I think it's important to acknowledge for a lot of reasons. What is how do we go about, we have a policy around naming recreational assets or anything like that? Can staff help me with that?
I don't know, I mean,
I'm just
the
looking what
Lions,
the mechanics
sorry.
of it are.
Yeah, so, but I'm sure there is, very nice insignias with the Lions International that we, sign that we could put up and maybe a small plaque or something. Christine indicated that there was going to be kind of a grand opening or something maybe this fall. And maybe like a fun little basketball game. And I mentioned that at the meeting last night, and several of our members put their hand up and said, oh, we'd love to take on the village or something, or their SLRD and have a little, I don't know, 4-on-5, whatever, the 2-on-2 or whatever, however that tournament would maybe look like, but it would be kind of fun, I think, and to make a fun afternoon and.
For sure, no, I would love to have a little 3-on-3 tournament to open things up.
Yeah,
Trust me there.
yeah.
You don't have to convince me.
I don't know, Mayor Mike, Vinny can be ruthless,
Yeah, that's okay. I've played Vinny before. I'm all right with him. But I do know we had a lot of conversation when we went about naming the fields and the rec center and all that sort of thing. So I believe there is some sort of policy around how we name our services. I don't know if Elizabeth, if you're familiar with that yet.
I am not familiar with that yet, and my assumption would be, and it maybe Craig can confirm this as well, that given the avenue through which we attain these is through PVUS, it would be under PVUS policy in terms of naming. But please correct me if I am wrong. If not, I will go back to our team and investigate if that lies with us and proceed accordingly and come back understanding what we can do.
Great question, Elizabeth. I have no idea, but it's certainly something I think you and I can
We can
take
talk
away.
about it. Yeah.
Well, let's send it away with that. I think everybody here agrees that there should definitely be acknowledgement. However, whether it's the name of the court, plaques, whatever it looks like, the lines need to be up there. So let's leave it in staff's hand for now and bring back maybe some options.
Thanks, Mike, that's great, thank you.
Awesome. If there's no other discussion, I'll call the question for receipt. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. That takes us to 3.3, direction request, Pemberton and District Community Fund surplus funds potential. Who's speaking to that? Is anybody speaking to that?
Philippa's report.
Sorry, Chair, what's the agenda item for that one?
Am I reading wrong? No. 8.3, it's a request for decision, Permanent District Initiative Funding Report. Actually, it's just the receipt. Sorry, when you're further down, it's just that the letter received from Spud Valley Nordic Association to the staff report be accepted as written reporting requirement as per direct PDIF funding policy. So I guess it's just past the date. Is that what it's about? It's just past the actual requirement date. So somebody.
Yeah, it's just to close the loop on that administrative requirement.
Gotcha, thank you. Moved by Director Max, second by Director Zant. Any opposition? Motion carries. Decision on late business. Late business, director's notice of motion. Motion to adjourn. That was a quick one. Director Zant, second by